Here, you can understand what the Spanish wingers are trying to do at the moment. They're coming inverted, going over to the opposite wings and striking it back to the far side, but at the moment not quite getting the shots on target. Again, same happened there with Molino going over to the right side where she is situated, but trying to play it over to the far side corner. Now Portugal trying something similar themselves with Leona Silva. Doesn't work out because she goes down the centre, like the accuracy. So now here's Lopez. Strike it, goes out of play. Portuguese ball. We've got later on today in Hall 1, so you will actually have to specifically look for Hall 1 on our live stream on KuriakosTV. We do have the bronze match in the women's, as the timeout is called, and of course we have later on at 3 p.m. Portuguese time the finale of this GoalBall tournament. We have Greece taking on Finland. Both of these teams unfortunately couldn't quite make it through to the next stage. Try and get into the semi-finals. It would have been lovely to see Portugal, their first tournament since 2016 as our host nations, make it through. Well, unfortunately, they didn't. As for Spain, they've had a rather disappointing tournament. I must say, I was speaking to one of our experts who is on our Hall 1 stream. That's Erky Minol. And he's saying to me before the tournament that I believe Spain would have perhaps an outside chance of getting into that 4th and 3rd spot and pushing the semi-finals, but they finished 6th overall. But at the moment, they will still be finishing 6th, with this being a draw. But of course, if they do win this, they will finish 5th overall. Silva going for a spinning effort there, down the centre. Just about chucked out there by Portugal. They nearly had a penalty there due to the 10-second rule. Again, if you're new to GoalBall, very simple. Each player can only hold on to the ball for 10 seconds at a time. If that elapses, then it is a penalty to the other team. Well saved there from Molino. Catching it between her heels. Back up to her feet, going for that diagonal effort. Hits the centre. Castro plays it to Osvaldo on the right. She goes for the effort, but smothered again by the Spanish centre. It's a bouncing effort, can always cause a few issues, that one. Not this time. Lopez. Still 1-1 here, the score. 3.5 minutes to go until the break, and it hits the post there from Sonia Lopez, the scorer for Spain in this game, hitting the frame of the goal that unfortunately goes out to safety and off those sidelines. So Spain have another opportunity here with Marino striking it, kicked away well. And it goes, Jackie Castro straight up to her feet, chasing after it. Doesn't get there. combination save there between Silva and Castro. And then Silva strikes it herself. Saved. Still pushing here for a goal before the break. Spain, as I previously mentioned, they'll be really disappointed with a 6th place finish. Of course, if they win this, they'll get the 5th place. But you know, I mean, they won this exact competition 12 years ago, back in Turkey in 2010. And I feel with teams above them, such as Hungary, who have never finished above 6th in a European B tournament, they may have had a chance of getting into that top 4. But here they are battling for 5th and 6th place. Marino going for the diagonal, and that's where Jessica Castro comes in. Oh, it's an own goal. It is an own goal. Jessica Castro saved it, got back up to her feet, played it back towards Eduardo Azevedo, who just didn't know where the ball was, and it bounced in to the goal to give Spain a lead in very fortunate circumstances. Very unfortunate circumstances for the host nation, Portugal. Find themselves trailing at this timeout interval by 2-1. Spain potentially prepping a substitute. Saula Alvarez is getting her eye patches put on. Azevedo, ball in the hand. Portugal looking to bounce immediately back from that own goal, and nearly doing so, hitting the base of the post on this near side. Score remains at 2-1. Azevedo just, well, it should collapse into the floor there, devastated. Leona Silva trying to tuck it in, kicked away well by Maria Merino. Clever there from Sonia Lopez. It was a clever move. The shot poorly executed, but sneaking from the left, running right over to the far side where she normally is, and then shooting, trying to catch Portugal off guard. It was never, fortunately, going to work unless you get the ball on target. Spain back on the ball now, looking to extend their advantage. Well, tipped away there by Azevedo. Portugal, of course, missing Maria Silva, Marlene Brandao. This is the starting lineup they've had for pretty much every game, but they don't really have those impact substitutes. Well, they don't need the impact substitutes because Leona Silva's found the pocket between Belen Martel and Maria Merino to make it 2-2 for Portugal with 1.5 minutes to go of this first half. But it doesn't matter because it's an instant response from Spain. Sonia Lopez is on fine form this morning. 3-2 now in Espana's direction. Oh, my days, what is happening? That is 3 goals in 8 seconds. Spain 3, Portugal 3. Leona Silva has put it in the exact same place that she put her earlier effort only a few seconds ago. And we're back level again. Surely not another one. No, this time it is saved. And it is still 3-all. What a flurry of action we've just had here. Marino trying to re-establish the Spanish lead. Spain ball. They're trying something again here. Sonia Lopez picking up the ball. Going for a spin and throw, but like the power really. Went straight to the centre to Castro, who just rolls it out of play, realises she didn't have enough time. So out it goes for a Spanish ball. Got a momentary pause in play here. The referee's just in discussion. Still some discussion ongoing. Unfortunately, I don't speak Portuguese or Spanish. Timeout's been called for Portugal. 3-0, 45 seconds to go. Referee's now back in discussion. What this timeout is for, I do not know. There was a very lengthy delay there. The Spanish coach is now sarcastically applauding the referees. They're now walking away. It's very interesting. This is, well, not what I'd be expecting from a 5th versus 6th player, we'll say that. Maybe from a final. The tensions are very high here between the referees and the officials. Well struck, well saved. That's on by Zveda, down to her right. She'll go for the shot herself now, and we'll just trickle out of play and off the court. And again, the Spanish coaches are complaining, shouting out at the referees' table. And a play it goes, Portuguese ball. I believe that is the coach, Paco Monreal, who is making some very loud noises towards the referees and officials. Ball goes out. Portuguese ball. I believe the issue they are having is with the timing screen, in terms of it's going down when the play is not happening, which is growing to a lot of frustration from the Spanish contingency. Another recess timeout done by the referees. And Fariba Mohammadi of Iran is just over here on this near side talking to the table. In all the GoalBall matches I've commentated on, the ones this week especially, I've never seen something as bizarre as this, or as angry and frustrated, maybe, Might be the right word. Deep in conversation. So, thankfully, the Spanish coach, Paco Monreal, has decided to start speaking English. So I can actually say what he's just said. He's getting frustrated with the timings and the stop and the starts because the Spanish contingent would like to go over to the next hall for the finals. Utterly bizarre. Ball goes. Spanish ball. We are genuinely still not at half time. And we have been playing for about half an hour now. Such has been the stoppages. Sonia Lopez blocks well by Esvedo. Esvedo again. Going for a sneaky effort there. And that is half time. And it is 3-all the score. Well, a half full of goals. There was a brilliant flurry of 10 seconds where we saw 3 goals. Paco Monreal now coming over to the table to discuss with referees and the officials about what on earth has just happened in that first half. He seems very frustrated and aggressive, if I'm being honest, as he walks away frustratingly from the table. We have 2 minutes to go until the second half. And, wow, I did not expect this when I was eating my breakfast this morning. And he's still ongoing in conversation, this time with Antonis Christodoulos. From what I'm hearing there, he's saying he's okay if the referees make a mistake. He's okay with that. Doesn't seem okay with that. But time now for the referees to check over the players' eye shades and eye patches. And now the assistant coach is Malrico screaming over. That's, to be honest, I don't know who. This is just, I mean, this is wild. I am, just to clear up, I'm of course impartial. I am simply stating what I see. Do know that we'll have a few visually impaired fans watching on. And of course, this is what you're seeing currently. These are the scenes you're seeing, and it is my job to, well, talk over the images, essentially. Whether that be the goal ball or the coaches being very unhappy. So, it's very interesting. Well, we are ready to get back up and underway. So, double Spain as substitution. Salah Alvarez and Oleka Lorico coming on to replace Maria Merino and Sonia Lopez. Sarah Alvarez looking for that instant impact, going for the bubbly effort, but going wide. Nice stop that. Martel. Ball goes out of play. Spanish ball. Picking it up, Raquel Rico. Racing across to the near side, going for the diagonal, but Azevedo's there. And going for an instant response back. Saved by Rico. Azevedo, what a save. Wonderful save there. Sarah Alvarez playing it from that far side channel all the way down. Took it into the bottom corner, but Azevedo just tipping it beyond with her fingertips off the post, keeping the score level. Nicely on Silva, trying to tuck that in. Nicely saved by Alvarez. One of the top goal scorers for Spain in this tournament with 10 goals. Portuguese ball. Silva, the captain, going for a spin and throw. And getting the spin and throw. What a finish from Sporting's Leona Silva. Took that opportunity with all she could to give Portugal control once again of this 5th versus 6th game. And from that far side, is it going to be an instant response? Yes, the ball crosses the line. And the goal line officials say yes. And it is an instant response. It is 4-4. Silva retake the lead. No, that's a very good save in the end. Timeout now due to noise overhead. And for those that are not quite clear, I've said it every time on the commentary in order to. That is due to the fact we have planes nearby. There is the Porto Airport here in Matosinhos. Both teams are flying high with goals at the moment. Blocked. Castro tries to finally on Silva, she does, and then she has to chuck it out of play. It's been a little bit discombobulated at the back with communication for Portugal in this game thus far. They've scored an own goal and they've looked a little bit shaky picking up the ball and playing it back, and that's all really stemmed from the centre of Jessica Castro. Well, Spain retake the lead. Salva Alvarez gets another goal in this tournament. She's Spain's top goal scorer. She's done it again from that left-hand side, coming in towards the centre, striking it into the pocket of space between the centre and this near side winger, and already giving España the advantage. Silva going For another spin and throw. She scored from one of those a moment ago. Really well tipped away there by Martel in the centre. Alvarez now in possession. Trotting over towards the left. Ball in her hands. Goes for a bouncing effort. Held on too well by Castro. Gives it to Vader. Slides on her knees to do that shot. There's Alvarez again. Go for another bouncing effort. It's a bit of a scramble, but cleared away. And out it goes, out of play. Portuguese ball. Spanish ball now. Ball stopped down the centre. Played out towards the right. That's Vader. Going for one of her calm efforts. Not troubling Martel this time. Picked up Alvarez. She'll try and beat as Vader with an near post. Just it clips the outside of the post. And out of danger it goes and out of play. Timeout called, once again due to some overhead traffic. Very low overhead traffic actually. Not too sure if you are able to hear that where you are at home. Leona Silva trying to tuck it in, well pushed away there by Alvarez. Stepping up to the plate, bowling it out underarm, going over to the left, tipped away. That's a very cheeky effort there. Silva going for the dummy as Vader sneaking over back to her right and then trying for the diagonal shot. Silva stop that as she can. That was a nice effort from Rico. 7.5 to go. Spain lead 5-4. Alvarez in possession. Going for one of those bouncing efforts. That's nearly caught off guard. That Portuguese defence cut Castro off. Silva there was to cover. Rico once more. Trying again for that pocket of space. Portugal just escaping at the moment. They can't really get many shots out there. Struggling a little bit against this Spanish defence that has become a little bit more rigid since the break. And their attack has gotten a little bit more threatening as well with the introduction of Salva Alvarez, and that's why. Yes, it's fortuitous, and yes, it's unfortunate from a Portuguese perspective, but that's why Alvarez was introduced. Spain's top goal scorer at these European Championships. And she's proven so why there. Squeezing it in between three players to make it 6-4 to Spain. Spin and throw there from Silva. Proud of play there by Martel, and cleverly so. Will be a Portuguese ball from the opposite side. Portugal shooting from right to left. And so we're going to the right, and striking it down the middle, trying to sneak it in between that pocket. Silva. That's Azevedo. Trying to snuck that in, pushed away well. And then further clear as well by Spain. Silva going down towards the centre, stuck between the legs there of Elena Martel. Now Alvarez has the ball, looking to get that hat-trick in this game, down the centre. Less than 5 minutes remaining now. These two playing their last games here at these European Championships at Matosinhos. Silva. What can she do? Goes for the spin and throw. Down the centre again, and does it again. Squeezing it under the body of Belen Martel. And that spin and throw is proving its worth in this game for Leona Silva. She's Portugal's top goal scorer and captain. And she's living up to her potential here. Can Portugal fight a comeback on here? Not to that time with Azevedo. Now Alvarez. Shooting. Stopped by the knees. It's nearly deflected in and over. Came off Martel. Deflected up. And Alvarez had to clear. Azevedo. High ball called against Eduardo Advezvo. Spanish penalty. Big opportunity here. Who will take it? Alvarez has the ball in her hands. It will be Alvarez against Azevedo. Spain's top goal scorer. On the right-hand side. She's going to strike it down the middle, and well saved by Eduardo Azevedo. Guessed right, got it right. And it remains 6-5. standard. Trying to strike that down the middle. Goes out of play. Svedo trying to tuck it into the far corner again. Not this time. With 180 seconds remaining of play in this tournament for both these teams. Unless Portugal can get an equaliser and force that overtime. Trotting over to the left, bowling it down the middle. Stopped by the centre. The left wing picks up. Silva. That spin and throw. It's been ever so effective this game, not quite that time. Goes over to the far side, blocked. Alvarez. Oh, very well stopped there by Svedo's legs. Svedo goes for the shot herself, down the centre. Too easy that for Martel. Rico now floating over from the right towards the left. Comfortably saved by the centre, Castro. Timeout has been called. With 1:51 remaining on the clock. Anyone's guess where this one's going, because Portugal have battled and they bruised themselves. Well, we're about ready now to get back underway for the final 2 minutes of this game. Portugal fighting as Vedo, putting it straight out of play. She needs to be a little bit more accurate reverse shooting there. Alvarez now picks up the ball. Missed that penalty a few moments ago. Has scored a couple of goals in this game. Can she get a third? Not like that. Nicely saved by Castro. Svedo searching for it to try and keep it in. Won't be able to do so. It'll be a Spanish ball. It's a large Spanish contingent in the auditorium here. Portuguese ball, Silva in possession. That spin and throw again. Trying to find that pocket space, nearly squeezing in that time. That gap opened up. But Spain get away with it. Here we go with Alvarez bouncing that effort towards goal. Saved by Castro. Back out to the left now with Silva. It's just for a standard throw this time. Blocked. crossbar. Into the final 60 seconds. Not long now for Portugal to try and force overtime. And in fact, they will. Leona Silva. It's a very fortunate effort. Hits Martel, bounces up, underneath for the crossbar and in. They don't care. With 37 seconds remaining, overtime is on the cards. Rico down the middle, kicked away by Castro. Out of play it goes. Struck there, and in! Portugal score! With 23 seconds remaining! The host nation might just have a somewhat fairy tale ending here. They lead 7-6. And Leona Silva has inspired a Portuguese comeback. Saved by Castro. Crucial seconds here for Portugal. They shoot with Silva. It won't go in. It's blocked once more by Sonia Lopez. Sorry, Alvarez. Alvarez going. Blocked by Castro in the centre. Back out to Silva on the left. She puts it out of play. 3.1 seconds remaining. Portuguese ball. They're going to allow the clock to run down. And that is it. Brilliant scenes for Portugal. They win by 7-6. Two late goals in the final 45 seconds. Put misery on the Spanish, but joy on the Portuguese. Yes, it wasn't the best tournament in the world for the host nation, but coming back into GoalBall competition for the first time since 2016, they've won 2 games, they finished 5th out of 7, and they'll be absolutely delighted to finish this game as 7-6 victors. What a moment for the team. Leona Silva's delighted. Leticia Gomez is giving it a bit of a dance and a jig. Eduardo Esvedo almost crying. Absolutely brilliant for this Portuguese team, who with 45 seconds remaining were losing 6-5. And Leona Silva, out of nowhere, inspired an almighty comeback for the team in Matosinhos, their home. Spain finished 6th overall. Disappointing for them after leading for so long, but a brilliant end to what has been a brilliant tournament. We still have the bronze match in the women's and the final, but that is all now from Spain and Portugal and myself here on KuriakosTV. Head on over to our other stream for Hall 1, but what a brilliant ending that was.